So I found this article and I thought it'd be fun to read through it, and I have it on my phone and not on the computer. But the article is from a website called Sportskeeda, and it's titled "Why is The Last of Us Part 2 Getting So Much Hate Online?" Welcome back to Goshen's Games, and we're gonna take a look at this because I want to have some fun with this. I'm very curious as to what their opinions on why Last of Us 2 is getting so much hate online. I mean, I pretty much can figure or guess as to why they are saying this. I mean, I feel like a lot of it has to do with the story aspects of it, and we're not going to talk about spoilers in here. But let's go ahead and read this. Last of Us Part 2 is perhaps Naughty Dog's most ambitious title, as has been the case with every one of their releases. The game was first unveiled back in 2016 with a trailer that went viral upon its release, as the first game in the series was one of the best games on the PS3, later remastered for the PS4. Naughty Dog had set a new standard when it comes to single-player narrative-based games, with the Uncharted series and Last of Us catalyzing the evolution of the genre. The game featured nuanced characters and a story fit for an Emmy-winning TV series, and was widely praised for its inclusivity and strong female representation. Last of Us Code actually kind of, but more so because of storytelling, and just character development. I would say it would be the biggest reasons, or some of the biggest reasons, why the first Last of Us was so captivating, as well as gameplay. The gameplay was fantastic. Honestly, I didn't see a single article, or not article, but like a single person praising the inclusion and stuff like that at the time that the first Last of Us came out. So anyways, Last of Us co-director and writer Neil Druckmann has been extremely vocal about his personal beliefs in making games that are inclusive and have a strong focus on providing characters all across the spectrum. Last of Us had the strongest female characters, so you're giving me... Okay. Let's see. Why is Last of Us Part 2 being targeted? The 2018 gameplay reveal trailer showed gameplay footage as well as certain parts of the story. The game's protagonist Ellie was seen dancing with her girlfriend Dinah, and them sharing a kiss on screen. This led to a sizable section of the video gaming community spewing hate towards the game. I remember that. I remember when people were getting upset about that. I feel like that was kind of stupid that people were getting upset about that. Like, the game is the first game, Ellie was 13, and she was just exploring her sexuality in the first game. I mean, she was a lesbian in the first game, but it wasn't really a focus or anything like that. And while for me, I prefer it not to be a main focal point of the game, or of any game, really, to be honest with you. Having the representation in there is fine for me, as long as that it's just like the narrative of the game isn't just that. So people getting upset about her sharing an on-screen kiss with another woman character, or another female character, is kind of stupid, because let's be honest, she's older in Last of Us Part 2. That's gonna have people are gonna kiss. I mean, come on, grow up. Like, okay, so on this tweet from Neil Druckmann, he quoted somebody else. I'm highly against the promotion of gays. That's stupid. Being LGBT is not something to be that's stupid. And then Neil Druckmann responded, for each one of these bigoted and sad posts, I get 1,000 of positive ones from amazing fans. Both kinds inspire greater diversity in our games. Yeah. However, to the fans of the first game who also played Left Behind DLC, Ellie's sexual orientation was no surprise. Yeah. Last of Us Part 2 has since been receiving tons of hate online on Twitter, Instagram, as well as YouTube. However, it has not just been vitriolic hate. People have resorted to spoiling the game's story in comment sections of Naughty Dog's posts on Instagram. Yes. None of this has deterred Neil Druckmann or Naughty Dog, as they have set the standard for inclusivity in video games and are dedicated to providing games with a strong focus on diverse characters by releasing games like Uncharted, Lost Legacy. People really didn't like that. An installment in the franchise with 2 female protagonists. And it's not so much the female protagonist that people had a problem with Uncharted Lost Legacy. People had a problem with the way that the story was handled and the way that the main characters were handled moving forward with Uncharted Lost Legacy. It's not so it could have been two female protagonists, and if you would have handled the prior characters in a more proper manner, then it would have been better. It would have gone over better. It's not. See, people need to understand something. It's not so much that people are upset about female protagonists and female leads. That doesn't bother people at all. That's why we love games like Tomb Raider and Last of Us, the first one. The second one's not out yet. Jury's still up, up in the air for that one. But you have Resident Evil 3 with Jill, Resident Evil 1, 3, Resident Evil 2 with Claire. I mean, there's reasons why people like these games, and it doesn't matter if it's a male or female character. That's not what people get upset about. People get upset about the way that you mistreat and mishandle characters that you have established in the games. Like Dino Crisis, you have Regina, like you have Aya in Parasite Eve. You have a ton of characters that have female leads. Lightning in Final Fantasy 13, that's probably not a better example just because the game was bad. Not so much Lightning was the problem, but the game had problems. Anyways, Neil Druckmann has been extremely vocal and critical about representation of women in video games. He has stated that women have been overly sexualized and objectified in video gaming sometimes, but fan service is fan service. There's nothing wrong with fan service. There's fan service that goes both ways. You have guys without their shirts. You have guys, like super buff guys. Where's the guys with the dad bods? Where's the guys, the really skinny, lanky protagonists? Come on, it's whatever. I don't care. Like where are the representations for bald guys? I don't care. I really don't. And objectified in video gaming and have been restricted to playing support female characters only. That is a lie, but okay. Featuring games with strong female characters as well as characters with different sexual orientations is a huge step forward for gaming as a whole. As far as like restricted to playing support characters only, Metroid. Samus Aran, main lead, female character. She's not overly sexualized most of the time. I'll say most of the time because most of the time she's in her armor. You rarely ever see her when she's out of her armor except in Zero Suit Samus. Whoa, chill. I didn't click on that. Last of Us 2 may ultimately the standard. Last of Us Part 2 is ultimately the standard for inclusivity in games. Not really. Representation and inclusiveness are extremely important in media, be it movies, games, or books. While there will always be a certain section of community that spews vitriol. I feel like this person just learned this word, and this is like his word of the day. Vitriolic hate. There are just as many, if not more, who are in support of more inclusive games like Last of Us Part 2. This article said nothing about why Last of Us Part 2 has so much hate online. This article is stupid. What is this nonsense? Wow, okay. Look, let me break it down for you. The reason why people are upset about Last of Us Part 2 is not because Ellie is the main character. People loved Ellie. Are you freaking kidding me? People absolutely loved Ellie. Ellie was one of the best parts of the first Last of Us. Dude, just constantly hearing her snide remarks and the way that her character was designed and brought to life through the voice acting and everything. Like, Ellie was fantastic. People were complaining about Ellie and the inclusion of female characters and making Ellie the main lead. And that's not what people are complaining about. People are complaining about the mishandling of the beloved characters from the first game. That's what people are getting upset about. Now, I'm not going into spoilers. Okay, I'm saying this without going into spoilers, but that is what people are getting upset about. Because of all the leaks that have happened, people are furious with the way that characters were handled and the way that the storytelling is being done. That's what people are upset about. They don't care that Ellie's the lead. That's not what people complain about at all, because we knew that's how it was probably going to progress. We had a feeling that's what was going to happen because Ellie's older now. It's not a continuation where it's like immediately after the first game it continues on, because if that was the case, then Joel would be the main character again. We knew going into the second game that Ellie was going to be the main character. That's not what people are upset about at all, and I think people are taking this the wrong way. You need to listen to your fans. All right? Listen to your fans. Pay attention to what people are really saying versus the people that are just complaining to just complain. Pay attention and you'll understand why people get so upset about certain things, why people are so passionate about certain things. That's like if they took Final Fantasy VII Remake and completely cut out Cloud in the second game and decided, you know what, we're going to go ahead and make Tifa the main character. People are going to be upset because you're basically disregarding the character that people fell in love with. Yes, we love Tifa. We don't have a problem with Tifa if she was going to be a main character, but the problem we would have would then be that you were cutting out an integral part of the story for shock factor. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Let's keep spoilers out of this. I want to know your thoughts and opinions on this. This article was just stupid. This article, yeah, it was just stupid. It didn't say anything about why it's receiving so much hate. Instead, it just talked about inclusivity and stuff like that. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you guys are new. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out, guys. And yes, we will be playing Last of Us Part 2 on the channel. So peace out, guys.